So maybe you're wondering what will be announced at the Game Awards 2023. What games might be shown? What could be shown? We don't know what Jeff has in store for us, but I personally have some ideas of certain things that could be announced, whether it be games or DLC, etc, etc. So first off, I'm gonna come out and say Elden Ring DLC. This is something that is pretty obvious that it could be announced because this has also been worked on for a while. It was something that was already confirmed to be being worked on in development, actively in development for some time now. Earlier this year, about middle of the year, it was announced by From Software. And I believe that Jeff Keighley, being the Elden Ring fan that he is, I think that the DLC will probably be revealed finally here at the Game Awards. Will it get a release date? I am hoping, because it's been in development for some time now. I think we might get a release date. Maybe it'll be in like March or something, give or take. That way it's like the 2-year anniversary of Elden Ring. I think that would be just perfect timing. But I don't know, we'll see. But that's something that I think will be announced at the Game Awards 2023. I think it just makes sense for Elden Ring's DLC to be shown at the Game Awards. So the next thing that I want to talk about would be Monster Hunter. And the reason why is because Monster Hunter World is, well, personally, it's one of my favorite video games of all time. And I think that the next Monster Hunter game, it's been highly rumored. I didn't play Rise, I'm sorry. I know it's a good game, but Monster Hunter World was more my thing because it was on the main big consoles, and Rise came out on the Switch first, so it wasn't really like quite as graphically high and frame-wise. I know it works better on the PC and consoles after they released on those, but personally, I just preferred World. I played hundreds and hundreds of hours of that game. It's one of my favorite video games of all time, and I've heard rumors that in 2024, the sequel to Monster Hunter World is possibly going to be coming out. So my hope is that at the Game Awards 2023, that the sequel to Monster Hunter World for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is announced. Now, one more thing, we have been getting quite a bit on this game, but it comes out at the end of February of 2024, and that is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I believe that we will get one final trailer for this game. I think it will probably be at the Game Awards because it makes complete sense. I think that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will get one last final trailer before it comes out very soon. And I think at the Game Awards it makes sense because it will hype up the game, as the game is only a little over 2 months out. So I think that this is the perfect time to reveal one last trailer for this game, get people excited, get people hyped, especially because so many people are going to be tuning into this, and I think it's just the right timing. Now I'm going to go on to the Sony side of things and say that Wolverine, there's a slight chance that we could get a trailer here. I personally think it probably isn't going to happen, but there's always a slight chance that Sony and Insomniac could show Wolverine. Personally, I think that Spider-Man 2 is going to get DLC announced at the Game Awards 2023, as that makes a lot more sense, if you ask me personally, because we do know that Spider-Man 2 is getting DLC content, and we don't know exactly how far into development Wolverine is yet. It's been in active development for some time now, and we do know that the team behind Spider-Man 2 are actively working on Wolverine as well right now currently. So I'm just wondering when the DLC for Spider-Man 2 is coming and when Wolverine might come out. I'm not really sure yet, but I would say that the DLC for Spider-Man 2 is possibly going to be announced here, at least the first DLC. So I know this next one's going to be a little bit of a stretch. Don't know when it's happening, don't know when it's coming out, but I'm going to say Gears of War 6. I am hoping that Gears of War 6 is in development. I think it is. But you see, Xbox, they need some more exclusives, man. And Gears of War, it sells. Gears of War is great. I will definitely play Gears of War 6 on Game Pass because the 5th one came out in Game Pass. Stupid me spent full price on it because I wanted a physical copy, but I'm not going to do that again because 5 wasn't the best game in the world. But Gears of War 6 is another game that I would really love to see at the Game Awards 2023. My hopes and dreams will probably be crushed when it comes to that, but I'm gonna just go in with low expectations. Okay, so there's another thing that would absolutely make me lose my mind, and I know that Xbox likely is never going to do this, but a Banjo-Kazooie remake would be just something so incredible, and I really truly believe that it's something that Microsoft should capitalize on, and it's something that would be very smart of them to do because Banjo-Kazooie is such a fantastic game, and that getting a full remake, so many people would buy that game. They would spend full price on it, even if it's on Game Pass, just because they would want a physical copy of that because it's Banjo-Kazooie, and that game getting a remake would be so good. But I don't think that's going to happen either. But if it did, just saying, if, that'd be cool.
Hey, I doubt it.
Okay.
Now you're probably wondering if I'm going to mention Nintendo here, and we do know that Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder are both up for Game of the Year, but I don't know if Nintendo's going to have any announcements here. I personally feel like they probably won't. Usually they don't at the Game Awards, unless Tears of the Kingdom were to get a Master Mode update, but that is something that I don't believe is happening because they said DLC isn't happening. They did not say that updates were not happening though, and I would consider Master Mode more like an update sort of thing for the game, but I don't believe that we're going to get anything from Nintendo at the Game Awards. I actually think that they're just going to wait until February to give us really anything new, as that's only a couple months out before we get to their next Nintendo Direct, so I don't really see Nintendo needing to announce anything at the Game Awards, but if they announced anything, that would be pretty cool. I mean, Nintendo always can be pretty exciting, and I like when they surprise us. Now, my final pick that I would love to see at the Game Awards this year is Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, or Dragon Ball Super, or whatever the actual title will be. Doesn't matter. I just know that this is one of my most anticipated games of possibly 2024, if it releases next year. I feel like it might not, but even seeing anything on this game, whether it be just even another teaser on this game, I would love to see gameplay, but I still feel like it's kind of early for that. I just want to see anything on this game because personally, I grew up with the Budokai games and the Budokai Tenkaichi series as a kid, and I absolutely loved these games. It was one of the other things that made me fall in love with Dragon Ball Z even more. It was one of the things that made me fall in love with Dragon Ball Z video games, and I personally want to see anything on this game at any time soon because it's one of those things that just was a huge part of my childhood and is something that I just am ready to see more on this game. I am going to go in, like I said, with low expectations, as this is most of these announcements that I'm saying right now are things that I do not believe will be announced there, might not be shown there other than maybe one or two, but these are just my hopes on things that I would like to see. Anyways, guys, that is my list for this video of things that I would like to see announced or shown at the Game Awards. Let me know if there are things that you would like to see at the Game Awards that are premiering. Also, do you think Nintendo is going to be there in any kind of way other than, of course, Aonuma and Miyamoto and them there for the Game Awards? Do you think Nintendo's going to have any announcements there at the Game Awards at all? Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, because we do all kinds of stuff on video games. I'm just an idiot who likes playing video games and talking about them and stuff like that. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.